Yo, what's up, you guys? It's your boy Rel2G. This is my quick review on the Raw Super Show from last night in Hershey, Pennsylvania at the Hershey Park Arena. We kick it off with the new WWE Champion, CM Punk, coming down and says, here's the new face of the WWE and Raw. And he simply wanted to make his first goal to make things better at Raw is to get the ice cream bars back and to throw out John Laurinaitis as the Raw interim general manager. So John Laurinaitis simply was going on and all back and forth with CM Punk and simply talking about how you and Alberto Del Rio got a match and don't want to wait till next pay-per-view. They want to do it next Monday night for the WWE Championship. And Punk was telling him, hey, I don't want to face Dolph Ziggler tonight. We want you to give Zack Ryder a chance to get Dolph Ziggler tonight, and that's get Alberto Del Rio tonight. So it's like a little bit of a reverse psychology. So it's going to be Ziggler versus CM Punk later on in the show, and Alberto Del Rio and Zack Ryder will be next after this promo or whatever. So that's simply how Raw kicks off. Alright, then we get the first match, which indeed is Alberto Del Rio against Zack Ryder. Interesting match, Zack didn't think this match was coming, but, all because of John Laurinaitis, whatever. So, Alberto did do his, the arm-breaking hold or whatever, and he beat Zack Ryder. So much for that. Then we have the next match, which went from a continuation from Sunday night at Survivor Series. Sheamus versus Jack Swagger. Swagger was so furious about being manhandled by Sheamus during Sunday's match. So he demanded that he had a bout with the Celtic Warrior on this very night. Big mistake. Sheamus basically did the same thing to Jack Swagger he did Sunday night, but it didn't cost him. I mean, he did get the ankle lock on Sheamus by Jack Swagger, but he, kicked him out and eventually gave him the brokest kick. Sheamus eventually did win the match fair and square. Alright, then we get Kevin Nash. He just keeps coming out and taunting about Triple H, how they were friends, how they were back here at Madison Square Garden with the Clique, even when the game was, with him and whatever, and it brings back good memories, and he wished that it could be the same, but he didn't like him because it was his boss and that he didn't want to sign him and whatever, and then he simply broke his neck because he didn't want to sign Kevin Nash due to all that was going on. So, yeah. So, there's going to be more to that, though. Alright, then we have the Intercontinental Champion Cody Rhodes against Santino Marella. I like Cody Rhodes without the mask because it makes him more aggressive and a much more decent wrestler. Cody's been Intercontinental Champion for a good minute, and there's nobody out there to beat him. Or is there? But to make a long story short, Cody Rhodes made a short match out of Santino Marella, puts him into his crossroads, and pretty much that's it. But yeah, after the match, it was Cody Rhodes who went after Booker T because he heard some of the stuff that Booker T was talking about. I think he's no good and whatever. So he threw Booker T some bottled water on him, and Booker T kept it to a good professional level, didn't do anything. Cody Rhodes just let out with a little smirk, whatever. So, yeah, that was that. Alright, then we have the WWE Champion CM Punk against the United States Champion Dolph Ziggler in a title-free match. This was by far the best match, really, of the night. Both championship belts were not at stake, but they both fought like they were fighting for each other's belts. At the long story short, CM Punk caught the blonde Ziggler off guard, and he scored the win with the GTS, and CM Punk, wins the match just like that. I mean, it was a good match, but, CM Punk won Alberto Del Rio more, so that's next Monday night. Alright, then Big Show comes out and he discussed, his destruction of the World Heavyweight Champion Mark Henry at Survivor Series, and he admitted it felt good to his rival, but he won't be happy until he's wearing the World Heavyweight Championship. He thinks Mark Henry's leg is not broken, but if indeed it is, he declares that when you come back, his fist will be waiting for him, whatever, and make sure you bring the belt. Then we get the main event, which is Wade Barrett versus Kofi Kingston. And, you know, this went back previously from Survivor Series as well. The man who led Team Barrett to victory, his so-called barrage, you know, he really barreled through Kofi Kingston in this match. I mean, he really annihilated Kofi, even with Randy Orton outside, you know, outside the ring, just looking on and whatever. So he just kept looking on and just kept looking on. And eventually, Kofi couldn't do much of anything else to Wade Barrett. He loses to him by putting him in the wasteland. And, yeah, Wade Barrett and Randy Orton both looking eye to eye. I think something is going to happen between these two, either at TLC or this Friday night. We don't know. Just wait and see. But it should be something really good. Now, here's my question to you guys. Do you think Wade Barrett and Randy Orton need to be a tag team or a possible little another faction going on? I see something like that happen. Do you? But if not, hey, it was just a thought. Because Orton had once did try to become a part of Nexus, but he said, nah, I don't want to be with that. But what do y'all think? Y'all let me know. Put your comments right there at the bottom. Alright, so last but not least, Cena comes out and he's addressing about The Rock attacking him after the match at Survivor Series. And he's went on and on and on. And then John Cena, of course, was interrupted by the Awesome Truth. But the Awesome One and his dangerous crony, which is R-Truth, they got more than what they bargained for because Cena turned the tables on them and convinced both superstars that they shouldn't trust one another. And really, no, without no punches thrown, Cena really had Miz and Truth dumbfounded. Like, you believe what he says? Did he say what you thought? You know, all kind of stuff. So, to make a long story short, the Awesome Truth imploded on each other. It was at the end where they said it was John Cena. They trying to play us. We got to go get John Cena. And Miz puts R-Truth in his skull-crushing finale right up to the ramp by the entrance. And that's pretty much how Raw ended. This was an okay Raw. You know, not the best after each pay-per-view. Because, you know, every pay-per-view, the very next night, Raw goes down. So things got to start kicking up and whatever. You know, a lot of things need to be starting to happen eventually 2012. Alright, so this week's Raw, I give it maybe about a 7. Not much really to talk about. You know, the highlight of the night is that CM Punk and Alberto will be facing each other in a rematch next Monday night on the Raw Super Show. Oh, we just got breaking news from the WWE.com is that R-Truth, according to the Talent Wellness Program, WWE has suspended Ron Killings, R-Truth, for 30 days, effective immediately for his first violation of the company's policy. That's just strange how Miz breaks up with R-Truth during last night's Raw, and today R-Truth gets suspended by the WWE. Alright, I'm Roll2G. That's my Raw Super Show review for this week. Join in next week for more. And oh, don't forget, get the WWE 12 game for PlayStation, Xbox 360, or whatever. I'm going to check it out later on and give y'all a review on it when I can. Get to familiarize with myself and whatever. But that's it for here. Subscribe to my channel. Post your comments or whatever at the bottom. And we'll talk to you next week. Oh, happy Thanksgiving, and I'll check y'all later. Peace.